Hi, it's Chef Mark here. Hey, welcome to Tabula, where you can find simple, clear instruction on how to make amazing food that'll make you feel great. And spoiler alert, that means it's always going to be plant-based. Today we're making the plant-based 6-minute breakfast sandwich. And this has really become a go-to breakfast for me. It's super simple, it's fun, and it's just easy to pull off. And of course, it's only going to take 6 minutes, but it's also only going to take 6 ingredients. And since every ingredient's going to be plant-based, I'm just going to not specify that every single thing is a plant-based version of this. That'll just go without saying from here. So our 6 ingredients are an English muffin, the Just brand of folded frozen egg that's ready to go for a breakfast sandwich, a breakfast sausage patty, sliced cheese, mayonnaise, and optionally hot sauce. For me, it's not negotiable at all. It's a must-have, and I love the brand Frank's. So our process is going to look like this. The first thing that we'll do is start to cook our egg, and simultaneously we'll start to toast the English muffin and cook the sausage patties. Those are all going to go simultaneously. As soon as the English muffin's done, we'll pull it off and dress it with our mayonnaise and our hot sauce, if you're using that. And then we'll go ahead and pull out the egg, stack that along with the breakfast sausage patty and our cheese, which will then melt as we cook it. We'll pull that whole stack off and put it onto the English muffin. Done. Put it together, eat it. That's the whole thing. Oh, and I'm not going to cut anything out. So you can see it's going to take exactly 6 minutes. I'm going to have my timer going on camera, and we'll make that in real time. And you can see it's super straightforward. No tricks. I'm not hiding anything. We're just going to do it in real time. All right, let's go. Before we get started, we'll make sure that we have a flat spatula here, something that we can actually use to press down the sausage patty once it's gotten thawed a little bit and softened. We're going to press it down flat and make it spread out more. As it is, it's a little bit on the slightly too thick side, and it's not that wide, so we're going to make it go flatter and a little bit wider to fill out that English muffin more thoroughly. We'll grab our neutral oil here. This happens to be avocado oil. I'm going to drizzle in an unmeasured amount, but just about 2 teaspoons or so. We'll make sure that we have a knife to cut our English muffin in half here. It's also going to help us scrape the patty off of the spatula if it happens to stick there. Let's go ahead and do that right now. We'll just cut this in half. And we can go ahead and put it straight on the pan. We're going to rub it around to get it to absorb some of that oil, and this is going to help it brown super evenly and really nicely. We can also put our sausage patty down in there and do the exact same thing. This is going to help kickstart browning and make it cook much more evenly than if it was just dry and whatever random crags happen to be touching the pan. That's the only thing that would actually really get cooked. So the oil helps conduct heat and make everything cook evenly and gently and beautifully. Over here, we'll open up the pouch of our frozen folded Just egg. And the package actually recommends that you put it directly in a toaster and cook it in here. Seems a little strange, but this is actually a really great method. It cooks it super evenly and hands off. The recommendation is 6.5 minutes. We're going to do 5.5, and we're going to pull it out and finish it in our pan along with the sausage patty and then melting the cheese on top. So we'll set our toaster to the highest setting that it goes. Inevitably, it's going to pop up at some point during cooking time. We'll put it back down and let it finish until our timer tells us when to pull it out. We're not going to go based off of our toaster. We're using time to have it be perfect. So let's go. And I'll put the lid on top here before we start cooking, and that's going to trap some heat in here, create a warm environment, and help melt that sausage patty so that it doesn't get really nicely browned but staying cold and frozen in the middle. So I'm going to set my timer for 6 minutes. And are you guys ready? Let's do this. Set, go. Start the timer, put your toaster down. We're going to turn on our burner here. I'm going medium-high heat here, and this is just some practice. You know, if you do yours and it starts to go too fast, like, okay, turn it down a little bit. If it's happening too slowly, turn it up a little bit. Every stove and burner is going to be a little bit different, so just use your chef sense, use your intuition, look, see what's happening at the time, and just make it work for yourself. This I've done a number of times here, and it's worked really well for me on this medium-high here. This is 7 out of 10 on this specific burner here. So we're just going to let it go for a few minutes here, and then we'll start doing some checking and looking at it and seeing what's going on. Oh, and you can see me in the lid here. I'll wave and say hello. Hi, hi from the pan lid. And you can see my 2 umbrella lights here, just reflecting in the pan nicely because otherwise it would be super dark over here. And this pan lid is reflective, so here we are. But I can wave at you guys every once in a while. Okay, and it's been 1 whole minute, and we have 5 left. So we'll just keep letting it go, and I can already see a little bit of bubbling here on the sausage patty. It's starting to release some of the fat that's in the patty there, and now it's just making it bubble in there. So that's really nice. We're definitely going to get some condensation and steam around here trapped, so we're not going to be able to see through it quite as well, obviously, but we can see it enough to know what's going on. It's a big help to see it visually there. And then this is just going to work in the background, just completely unattended. It's just going to go until 5.5 minutes are done. So we'll let that do its thing over here. And meanwhile, you can have all your things ready. So you can have your Frank's hot sauce ready to go if you want that. For me, it's not negotiable. I absolutely love this and just have to put it on there. But you might not like spicy stuff, so that's fine, don't have it. You might like another hot sauce, that's fine too. I also have my cheese slice out here and ready to go, so that's easy. At the ready, I can just throw it on. This concept of being ready before things actually happen is called mise en place, French for basically everything in its place. So this is a cooking technique that's just having things ready to go before you actually need them, so you're not freaking out when the time comes. We've just surpassed the 2-minute mark, so we still have about 4 minutes left, and things are moving along nicely here. We can open up the lid here and just peek on things and see how it's going. Sausage patties, still pretty firm. I can just feel it by touching it there. It's released a lot of fat, which is awesome. And let's take a look under here and see what these actually look like. Very pale and not happening too much yet. I can see there's mostly oils on this part here, so I'm going to see if I can press down and maybe even catch some of the oil from the sausage patty here onto my English muffin bottom. Press that down, take a look at this one. Looking nice, similar thing, not 100%, a little dry in these spots here, so I can move it around and catch some of the stuff that's going on here. And I can get that pressed down on the back side of the spatula, make sure that it's contacting the pan really evenly. That's going to make it really evenly browned, super nice golden crisp crust will emerge from there. I'll put my lid back on here just for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and start smushing down the patty when this hits about 2 minutes, so we'll just wait until that happens here. And of course, meanwhile, this is going by itself. It's going to pop at some point. It's probably going to freak me out, so I'm just going to move away from it for a second. Startle me, I should say. Everything's coming along nicely. You have a breakfast almost ready to go here. We're more than halfway there, and we've barely begun, right? Super fast. I love this dish. Okay, things are coming along. I swear this is going to pop any moment now and startle me. Waiting for it, trying not to freak out. I bet it's going to happen. I don't know, I just have this feeling. Another thing that you can have ready... Oh, there it is. I knew it! It goes down. All right. Another thing you can have ready is some water. This is an unmeasured amount of water here. I'm just going to put about a tablespoon in when we go to head to melt our cheese. All right, here is our 2-minute mark. Pulling this off. All right, I'm going to press down with the back of the spatula here, using kind of a circular motion to get it evenly spread out. And we can see now it's going to be much more flat, and now it's stuck to the back side of this. I'm going to use my knife to pull it off here. This is really sticky stuff, so it tends to do that. So then you can do that. Press down a little more once it's down in there. And this is a much better dimension to fit and work with our sausage patty. Sorry, to work with our English muffin here. Let's take a look at our English muffins. Ooh, looking very nice, not overdone yet. Edges are getting a little dark. That's good. We'll press it down again. We can kind of hold it here for a moment on each one. And this really does some magic. Let's watch this here just for the few seconds that I'm holding it down. It's going to change quite a bit. Another 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And then check that out. That changed a ton, huh? All right, let's do the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's check it out. Yep, amazing. Let's pull these off. And these are ready to build now. And now I'm actually going to pop this out. Pull it up. Transfer it to the pan here. Move my sausage on top of the just egg here. Place my cheese. And now, like I said, I'm just going to measure out a tablespoon of water just to show you what that looks like. So you can just drizzle in some water. Lid's going back on here. And the cheese should melt pretty quickly at this point. While I'm waiting for it to happen, we can kind of look at it and see what's going on. I'm going to grab my mayonnaise here and put it on the bottom bun, or the bottom part of the English muffin. I just love this. All right, that's our timer for 6 minutes. Pull a little bit of that back off. Stopping that there, and this looks fantastic. That cheese is nice and melted. Turn my burner off, pull this out and put it onto the bottom. And from there, we can add our Frank's hot sauce. I, like I said, love this and can't have it without it. I'll go ahead and flip this here, press it down a little bit, get some of that yummy, yummy ooze, and then check this out. We have an amazing plant-based breakfast sandwich that we made in 6 minutes. Let's go. Okay, that's it. Pretty straightforward, right? This is something that you can absolutely pull off yourself. I'm trying to lower all of the hurdles as much as possible to just make it really easy for you. So I've shown you the process here, very straightforward and clear. And in addition to this, I have the recipe, the shopping list, and the shopping video at tabula.cooking. And there's a whole lot more there too. You can find a perfect plant-based recreation of In-N-Out Burger and vegan street tacos, just to name a few. All right, I'll see you there. Cheers.